that done at least.
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die.
Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Have you not looked at the
Of
hinterlands?
course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Oh dear. I'll be right back, guys. The heater just turned on and I don't really want it catching in the mic. Hey, I've talked to you before.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
Well, we're not exactly a rebel inquisition. We're acting under the direct orders of the Divine. Remember the big book Cassandra showed you?
So far, you're the only one who's insisted we can't work together.
We might, if your Inquisition would recognize the Chantry's authority.
There is no authority until another Divine is chosen.
In due time, Andraste will be our guide, not some dazed wanderer on a mountainside.
Why exactly is he back on our
Remind me why
camp?
you're allowing the Chancellor to stay.
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royaulx, however.
I guess that's true. Yeah, do we actually know
The
who killed
Mages
Divine?
and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new Divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
Yeah, and plus, you want us to sit around with portals open, spitting demons out into the middle of the world while you guys piddle around and choose someone who's going to guess at what happened?
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royaulx.
I pray you're right.
My creator, judge me whole. Find me well within your grace.
Researcher Minet
Hi, friend.
verified that
Fire
the
that I be cleansed.
Greetings, Herald
Tell
of
me I have
Andraste.
sung to your
How fares your quest to seal the breach?
Damned if I know.
Well, you know how these things go. At least, I hope someone does.
You laugh to bring a little light into the darkness. And I'm glad to see it. Too many see laughter as antithetical to the chant of light. They imagine Andraste as a grim warrior all her life, forgetting that she loved and was loved in return. I hope she found time for laughter during her trials, as I hope you do.
Yeah, I like Giselle. I want to say thank you.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves
Oh,
less
that's...
brutal than its predecessor.
Yeah, what happened before so I can avoid it?
Can you tell me about the original Inquisition?
The original Inquisition was formed after the First Blight, well before the Chantry as we know it. The Inquisitors were hunters, zealots, who tracked and killed cultists and dangerous mages. As Andraste rose to power, the Inquisition came into her service. Instead of hunting those who would do harm, the Inquisitors spread the...
Well, trust me, I have no interest in doing that. Yeah, we're named after that?
No wonder everyone is so nervous around us. Who chose that name?
Divine Justinia herself. I understand that this was not a popular decision. In any case, once the chant of light had spread far and wide, there was less need for zealots. The Inquisitors became the seekers of truth, and eventually the Templars.
Now, I'm not going to ask why to bring us back. I know why we got brought back. Now we're back.
And now the Inquisition has been called again to restore order by force.
Do you know what impresses me most about the original Inquisition? They fought horrific battles, killed and died for their cause, and when it was time, they put their swords away. Perhaps the name was divine, Justinia's message, that when the Inquisition is needed, it will strike without mercy. But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
That's actually a very good insight. There are way too many things and way too many... When people have power in this world, they don't tend to give it up. I remember at one point, there were discussions about a new weapon system. I think it was called the Star Wars weapon system with like satellites that would shoot missiles out of the air and stuff like that. And when it was being discussed in the Senate, the defense contractor says it would be a purely defensive system, and Congress basically said, yeah, you've said that about every defense system we've ever authorized, and you've never kept your word. No. How are the people doing?
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition.
We're trying.
What more do you wish to know?
That's it for right now.
Farewell.
Until next time.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the...
Who is this exactly?
Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
Yeah, we would have... I mean, I wish I could say that it was at the expressed authority of the Divine given to Cassandra.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denner, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit.
Why are you wearing a
Will
mask,
not
dude?
let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentegas that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Huh. I'm not necessarily sure I like that form of diplomacy of, hey, well, in the land where she's from, if you want proof, then she gets to fight you. I'm like, it's not an unreasonable request. It just kind of seems like a bit of a strong-arm tactic, and I'm hoping we can avoid that.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite our Ferelden relations, the Duralions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
You handled that well. Yeah, sorry for interrupting. I won't necessarily say she handled it well.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
Yeah, exactly. You become our ambassador. Not that you're doing a terrible job at it, but kinda.
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The
That must be
nobility of
interesting.
Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
Yeah, these politics are a little ridiculous, but I guess I am glad she's here.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
It's interesting. That's a kind of weird shimmer effect right there. A little bit of an over zoom, I think. What do you know? Crazy, I only highlight your face?
You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something for you.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Come to me, child, and I shall embrace you.
Alright. And here's the real purpose we came back. Really, that's interesting. Alright, interesting. Position
We are
perks too.
garnering interest from the capital.
You're not pleased?
I am not convinced we are prepared for the full scrutiny of Val Royaulx.
I definitely want that. And I kind of want that one. Probably should have looked at everything before I did that, but oh well. Kitty, hush. I kind of like that way. It's as you like find extra stuff. All right, cool. Power 36, good lord. Gather coin. Okay.
All right.
So in 45 minutes we'll have watchtowers built. Rescue soldiers that are missing in Ferelden. These also move quickly than a larger group could. This has gone missing, but the Marshal reaches of South Ferelden. This is difficult as largely uncharted. Finding it will be difficult. The Inquisition's advisors are determined to find out what happened, if possible, bring their people back alive. I want to use connections on this one, because if it's an issue of weird terrain... They're being held hostage by Avar, and demand they meet the Hill and also the Inquisition wants to keep the sleep alive again. Interesting. No, not now. Four to 7. Radical. Together, allies gets reached but rebuffed, and at the moment we could not step forward in the capital without being attacked by monsters. So we must connect with Mrs. Chantry Prince. At least we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
I want to do this
we
first.
should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
Yeah, this might not actually help our cause, but I'm willing to do it.
I'm more concerned this won't actually solve any problems.
I agree. It just lends credence to the idea that we should care what the Chantry says.
I will go with her.
Well, of course you are.
Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
I agree. Good on ya. Yeah. This one, it feels like this is something that needs to happen right away. And then the other one seems sort of like side quests and optional missions that I want to do, but this one really feels like something that needs to happen right now. I remember Rage Demons, they're bastards.
The city still mourns.
We're not wearing black.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Hopefully we don't have to break through them. But if we have to, well then, Andraste's will be
They
done.
wish to protect the people from us?
Protect them from the blasphemous Herald of Andraste, I'd say.
Surely they cannot think such a thing.
Why not? They wouldn't be the only ones.
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
That's very diplomatic. Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. Oh. Meeting in a low door frame. And his head suddenly weighs too much. That's great. I love the little bits of, wow, they really like graffitiing that image. The little bit of, like, personality they put into this. The avenue is inspirational, but wise travelers do not linger in their respects, not just because the bazaar awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child empress Ami abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, the foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and as a place of otherwise reverent thought has always carried a faint odor about it. Interesting. And kinda gross.
Stand
these
wary,
are something.
guardsman. The Inquisition is here, along with the Herald of Andraste.
This Inquisition is heresy. You will not look on my doubt.
People, what part of authorized by the divine do you not understand?
Good people of Val Royaulx, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. Her naive and beautiful heart silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of her murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, no servant of anything beyond her selfish greed.
Here's what I don't quite understand. If the Inquisition was founded by Liliana and Cassandra, the right and left hand of the divine, why are so many people claiming that it's not sanctioned? I mean, that would be like if something happened to the president, but the Speaker of the House and the Vice President both came together to say what would be happening. Yeah, there'd be people crying out, but it wouldn't be the popular opinion. I mean, that's the way the things are set up. For the most part, yeah, that's legally what should happen. I don't actually think the Speaker and the Vice President would ever agree about anything, but in this scenario, I don't get why the Inquisition is seen as such bizarreness when it is made up of the highest people within the church. Or founded by, like, the two highest people within the church. It's weird. I have a real enemy here.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Yeah, what is... I don't even know how to react to that. Who...
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Kinda already did, buddy.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Wow, you're a little... Have you been messing with red lyrium, sir? Then why are you here?
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing.
Okay, good luck closing the breaches then, since I'm the only one that can do it.
Val Royaulx is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
How well do you actually know him?
Do you know him very well? He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and
He's been messing with red lyrium.
This is very bizarre.
It doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Oh, are we... I kind of thought we were here to talk to the Chantry, not the Inquisition.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
And that's the plan.
We're going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
Awesome.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, she is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away.
I didn't think so, but I always want to get a point to ask someone if they give me the chance, because I don't want to be a authoritarian leader. Yeah, let's do it.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Alright. I'm glad I talked to you. Revered Mother? Are you okay? Will you, like, be really mad at me if I talk to you? Can I talk to you?
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself.
No, we didn't.
Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Are you the Maker's chosen, as so many claim?
I don't know.
To tell you the truth, I don't know.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
How many exactly Templars are out there
How many
marauding?
Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
Where did they go?
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
We didn't declare a rival. We declared we need to do something about these rifts because you guys aren't doing anything. What exactly is what are you guys going to do?
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can, and leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn Her Holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
It's always God's will. It's and this is completely off topic, but one of my favorite parts of the movie Gettysburg is Lee's letter to I think it was just in his diary actually, but he's talking about how kind of trapped he feels and how he's having to leave everything at the will of someone smarter than him and will of a creator, and it's that dispassionate, removal of yourself in the face of tragedy that it's so touching of the Civil War and of situations sort of like this where you're in a situation that is much bigger than you are, and all of your knowledge and all of your logic has led you to an area where it's not helpful. You could still help.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Well, how is trying to close the rifts and save the world not the right thing? Yeah.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Favors for friends. Favors for friends. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royaulx. I hear he wants to hurt you. I have searched for red things. I have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe. And maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Interesting. I was kind of wondering, I'm like, surely they can't just have me leave immediately.
I believe that
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Ooh, to a fancy dress ball? First Enchanter Vivian. I'm cordially invited to attend the salon hearing at the chateau of Duke Bastien de Gizlan. Vivian Defer.